This is the Xiaomi Redmi Note 5A Prime, the higher-end version of the Xiaomi Redmi Note 5A. This phone is yet another addition to Xiaomi's pile of mid-range phones. I'm Yankee from Gadget Byte Nepal, and let's find out if the Xiaomi Redmi Note 5A Prime is better than the already existing Xiaomi bunch. The Redmi Note 5A Prime in terms of design looks like a blown-up version of the Redmi 4A, and that's about it. It has the same minimal design on the back with the usual antenna lines. The plastic back has metallic finish, which looks really great, but upon holding it, the plasticky feel and the hollow sound it creates just kills off the vibe. The back also holds the fingerprint sensor, which is pretty quick to unlock, and it can act as a shutter button as well. Also, the navigation button are not backlit, which made it difficult to use the phone during nighttime until you get used to it. The 5A Prime comes with a 5.5-inch 720p panel with Corning Gorilla Glass 3 protection, which till now has kept the phone safe from minor drops and few things in my pocket as well. The display has 450 nits of brightness, which is half of what the Galaxy S8 has to offer at 1020 nits. Even though it's half of one of the brightest display out there, contents are easily visible under direct sunlight. The display has good color accuracy and the viewing angles are great without any color shifts. But the one thing I have to complain will be its sharpness. For me, I do a lot of reading on my phone, and when it comes to using this display, the sharpness is just not there. The text has soft edges around it, which just takes the fun out of reading anything on this display. The same cannot be said about images and videos, as they look good. The phone is powered by Snapdragon 435 Octa-core chipset, which is decent for its price. It comes with 3GB of RAM and 32GB of storage. Performance on this device is smooth when it comes to day-to-day usage, and thanks to the new MIUI 9's optimization, the phone flies even with this mid-range processor. Usual navigation around the UI, scrolling and every other run-of-the-mill is smooth. Normal app openings are fast, app switching is fast, and multitasking between few open apps is decent as well. If you consider the benchmarks, the Redmi Note 4 costs 3K more than this phone, with better benchmarks and better performance overall. Moving on to gaming, playing titles like Asphalt 8, Dragon Boom and few other titles with medium settings yielded in few frame drops and lags. What I noticed was the game opening time was miserable, as I had to wait almost 3 minutes to open and get to the race screen of Asphalt 8. But gaming for an hour or so with mid-range games, I couldn't feel any heat on the back or anywhere else, which was unexpected with this device. The loud audio from the mono speakers also complement well while gaming, but you can easily cover it up with your hand if you are not careful enough. This is a dual SIM phone which takes in 2 nano SIMs. The reception was good and I had no issues with the call quality even with this loud speaker. What Xiaomi did excellent with this phone is the inclusion of a dedicated microSD card slot, a feature that was missing on the last year's Xiaomi devices. Now coming down to the camera, you can find a 13 megapixel rear camera, and with plenty of light, it takes good images with natural colors few times and washed out pictures most of the time. It struggles to pull out details from the scene, which can be solved to an extent with SDR mode turned on. It helps to bring out more colors and details in the image. But mind the phone takes at least 3 seconds to process the SDR image, and if it's a moving object, then it won't be even worth it. So in general, at daytime you'll be okay in most of the cases with the photo it takes. But as every mid-range phone, it struggles in low light with grains and dark patches all over the image. The main highlight of the phone is not the rear but its 16 megapixel front-facing camera with LED flash. Despite high megapixel count, the image is nothing much from ordinary. You'll notice this when you compare it with the 5 megapixel front shooter of Redmi Note 4. You can see the details are almost alike, but Redmi 5A preserves natural colors. And despite that flashlight up there, it doesn't help much in low light conditions as the image contains lots of dark patches and grains. There's also beauty mode, which makes your skin clearer by removing any marks. For most part, I didn't like turning this mode on, but this can be really useful for those who want to up their selfie game on Instagram. Talking about preference, I like the playful MIUI offered by Xiaomi, and the new MIUI 9 update based on Android 7.1.2 makes it a whole lot better. Despite few visual changes, including animations and themes, nothing significant can be seen from the outside. However, the biggest change is on the inside, making the MIUI 9 faster and efficient than ever. And while we're on the topic of efficiency, let's talk about the battery. The Note 5A Prime offers 3080 mAh battery, which offers 4.5 hours of screen on time. and it may vary for different users based on their usage. For the most part of this review, it lasted the whole day with 10 to 5% remaining at the end of the day, which is not bad as I will just leave it plugged in at bed. And its stock 1A charger takes 2.5 hours to charge completely. So in conclusion, the Xiaomi Redmi Note 5A Prime is like any other mid-range Xiaomi phones out there. It offers great performance and usability along with decent battery life, but not so great display and a decent rear camera performance. If you want a faster and better chipset, Full HD display and a metal body, then going for the J7 Max or the Redmi Note 4 would be a great idea. But if you are a Xiaomi fan and like taking a lot of selfies, then opting for the Xiaomi Redmi Note 5A Prime would probably be a good idea. That's it for the full review of Xiaomi Redmi Note 5A Prime. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up, comment down below what you think of this phone, and make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. And this is me, Yankee, signing off.